What is up guys, it's your favourite Scotsman Ryan here, and today we are going to take a look at the MSI GTX 1080 Gaming X. So MSI have released a load of different 1080 cards, and I'm hoping to review quite a few of them, especially the newly released Seahawk, which looks absolutely awesome. But before we do that, let's jump in and take a closer look at the Gaming X. Okay, so let's start by taking a look at the design. As you would expect, we do have MSI's black and red colour theme, which looks really nice, but it limits your options for the rest of your setup. Up front we do have two fans, unlike most vendors who are now opting for free, but with MSI's new twin Frozer 6 design, you definitely do not have to worry, as temps on this card are absolutely solid. Without diving too deep, the new Torx 2.0 blade design generates around 22% more air pressure, thus keeping everything cool, and surprisingly achieves this while being super silent. And that is probably due to the fact that the fans don't even start spinning until the card reaches above 60 degrees, and of course they turn back off again when it drops below it. So on the black side of the card we do have some translucent red LED strips that light up, and you can control them via the MSI gaming app, which I will show you later. On the rear we have a beautiful backplate with the MSI logo, and taking a look at the side you will find another MSI logo, but this time it is RGB controlled, and I feel this is pretty pointless as any colour other than red or white just looks terribly out of place, but the option is there if you want to use it. To juice this bad boy up you will need an 8 and 6 pin PCIe connector, and a 500 watt plus power supply is recommended. Last of all, for outputs we have 3 DisplayPort 1.4s, 1 HDMI 2.0 and 1 dual link DVI port. So let me show you the LEDs and RGB in action. As you can see, the red LED strips aren't the brightest, and I assumed that maybe the brightness needed tweaked in the software, but this is actually as bright as you can get them. The RGB logo can of course be changed to any colour that you wish, and you can also add effects to all the LEDs and RGB lighting like flashing and breathing and all the usual things that we have seen before. Overall, this is a very good looking card, and if black and red is the colour theme you are going for, then you should definitely look no further, as MSI has that locked down. So just before we jump into the benchmarks, for those of you who care about specs, the MSI 1080 Gaming X features 2560 CUDA cores, 8GB of GDDR5X memory, a base clock of 1683 MHz and a boost of 1822 MHz in gaming mode. I have quoted the gaming mode clocks as this is the mode I test all my cards in before manually overclocking. In terms of overclocking, I was able to push the boost clock to 2100.5 MHz, putting it level with the Asus Strix 1080. As for temps, we maxed out at around 68 degrees while benchmarking, which is pretty impressive and the coolest 1080 that I have tested yet. Okay, so enough of the boring stuff, let's see how this actually performs. In my system I am rocking an Asus X99 Sabertooth motherboard with a 5820K overclocked to 4GHz with 32GB of Corsair Vengeance DDR4 RAM. So let's jump in and see how it performed. Okay, so as you can see, the MSI GTX 1080 Gaming X performs just as well as the Asus Strix 1080, which I reviewed in a previous video and have left linked down below, along with any other graphics cards that I have reviewed to let you guys go ahead and compare. I think going forward it's going to be a case of just picking what 1080 you think looks best and putting that in your system. as honestly there are probably going to be maybe a few frames here and there between each card, but I'm definitely looking forward to the rest of the MSI 1080 range. And I'm also going to be reviewing some 1070s and 1060s going forward, so definitely hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for that. As always guys, if you have any questions, let me know down below and I will definitely get back to you. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, stay safe, be kind to each other, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace!